Now that goes to that video I shared with you all. I didn't want to comment on it because I had no real comment, but I was just kind of curious what people think. The video I shared of the father who beat up the teenage dude because the dude was like, because allegedly the dude asked the guy's 9-year-old to twerk. And it kind of, when you said it, kind of made me think about that,
Um,
because
I would need more context. Like if it went down with the exact same way that like they're saying it went down, where he actually told a 9-year-old girl to twerk, especially if he like in the video when the dude was beating the boy up, the boy was naked.
yeah.
So
So he tried
and
to
the
humiliate her.
yeah, and so the boy was saying that he wasn't talking to her, he was talking to his girl, whatever the case might be. We don't like it's just a lot we don't know. But if it did go down to where he was like naked looking at a 10 or 11-year-old girl and he's 17, 18 telling her to twerk,
Well,
yeah,
see,
he needed what
I didn't even think about him being naked asking the girl. I was thinking like he asked the girl, and the father tried to humiliate him and made him strip while he beat him.
yeah, and that's why I say context. Like we don't know because if the dad
Right.
made him strip, then now the dad look like the dad look even
Well,
crazier.
the dad. Either way, the dad ass going to jail because the dumbass recorded it.
Yeah, the dad looks crazy regardless, and I know a lot of people are like, "Yeah, show you." No, like I would have been cool with if you want to beat the dude ass, whatever, beat his ass. Now I'm not cool with A Town stomping nobody. Like, and there were a couple times where he kicked the dude in the head and stomped
Mm-hmm.
him while he was on the ground. Look, that's not cool. Not even in a one on one with somebody that's your peer. It's not cool to stomp somebody's head into the ground. That's not cool. Um, but on the second tip, having the dude bend over and twerk butt naked,
Yeah. Well, see, yeah. First, I've
and then
a lot of
calling his
questionable stuff in
daughter
that video.
in to
Yeah,
watch it.
there's a lot of questionable stuff in that video.
That's
First of
not
all,
cool, bruh.
I just never understood it. I don't understand the logic. I get it, but I don't get it of having another grown man take his clothes off in front of me so I can physically harm. Like I don't need you to get naked, beat your ass, and
Right.
then
Like
like so him being naked, them filming it, and then that part where they brought the daughter in to see what was going on. Like
yeah,
that's
like
just a lot of that's just questionable, and he's for his stupidity, he's going to pay the price because that's a minor. No
no,
matter how mad you was, that's a minor, and your dumb asses, all y'all, you did what you did, and you put it on camera. So
no, that shit ain't questionable. That shit is wrong. Like that shit is like if you
no,
just want to go go
like
ahead.
all of the father's behavior. Yeah, it's I'm saying it's wrong, but all of the father's behavior just overall is not questionable.
Yeah, like if you like I said, if you want to just beat the dude ass, cool. I literally have if a 17-year-old boy tell your 9-year-old, 10, 11-year-old, whatever age daughter to twerk, and you feel the need to go and have words with buddy, I got no problem with that. If it get to the point where you get physical with buddy, I got no problem with that. Long as the physicality is controlled, because you're still a grown ass man. You should
Right,
be in
right,
control of the situation. Um, when it gets to the point where you've lost control, because the dad looked like he had lost control of himself, it's not cool no more. And making the dude, if you made him strip, that's not cool. If he was already naked, it's still not cool. Making him bend over and twerk butt naked, not cool. And making your daughter come in and watch. Not like you just traumatized your daughter even more. Like you've damaged your daughter for any other potential suitors that she might have. Like she needs therapy now
well,
because you were stupid.
you just compromise or even maybe ruin the communication lane between you and your daughter.
Yeah,
Because
like
one thing we've definitely found out that when you because even you could if you the dad that be like anything happened to my child, I kill him. I'm not saying don't be that dad, but you got to be careful how you vocalize that to your children and how you express that to them. Because I know a lot of children they be like, well, if I if this person did this to me, but if I tell my dad is going to kill this person, and I don't want my dad to go to jail because I want my dad to be around, so I'm just not going to say anything. So you got to be careful with all of that. You still have to be able to some of that stuff. You can't just reveal all to your kids because you want to keep that open lane of communication. Who, if something tragic or traumatic happens to your child, they won't have an excuse or some other reason to not tell you what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. You definitely can't do too much, and you definitely can't overshoot the mark. And she might be at this point concerned about telling her dad anything that happens to her, especially if it's a dude that she cares about. You know, like I can't tell my dad this because he would lose his cool. He would do this to you. He would do that to you. You know, I can't tell my dad this or like you the communication lines, like you said, have got to be protected. But then beyond that, you've got to be teaching your children how to handle themselves in this situation. Like, what
Right.
did she learn about that situation? What did she learn from that? You know what I'm saying? Like what is she getting out of that? And then now think about, and this is where the community aspect gets into it. You also got to think about what that boy is going to do with that experience moving forward. How is that
Yeah.
going to impact the rest of the community? Sure, he might not say shit to your daughter, but it's a whole bunch of other daughters out there that might have to pay behind your foolishness.
And hell,
That's where
you
the
might have to
community
pay
is.
you or
Yeah.
your family might be retribution on your family from that,
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. If this man, who's now all over the internet,
and it's not going nowhere.
right, loses his cool and shoots up that house,
Because he's
what?
humiliated.
Right,
This dude is humiliated around the world.
right. What? He sees y'all crossing the street one day and he runs y'all over. He finds your dad. He finds you as the dad out somewhere, and now him and his friends got you backed up against the wall.
Right.
And they, like who, like they're just so like this was just, that clip was just so irresponsible on every level. Like to me, I know a lot of people look at that clip and gonna be like, he did what a dad is supposed. No, he failed.
He
He
look, he he did what most of us are
told to
was
do.
verbalized to do. Like
Yeah,
this is what you do as a father. And we understand we want fathers to be protecting their daughters in their households. But
absolutely.
there's a way to do things and a way not to do things. And let's because it would it would come off way worse. I mean, it'll come off a less worse if it wasn't filmed.
Yeah, well, that's where I think the ultimate failure comes in. That is that he was filming it, and in this day and age, like I really do regret the advent of the camera phone and all of this technology we have, because a lot of people don't mentally, they aren't mature enough to handle the technology we have, and that was another example of that. You should not have been filming this, even from a standpoint of protecting yourself from legal ramifications.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been filmed. It shouldn't have been filmed at all. Like I said, there's a there's a way to do things. There's a smart way to do things because, like I say, you could have just cut off lines of communications between you and your daughters, and you could have potentially set your family up to be harmed by this action of let me protect my house and it's like we want you to protect your house. Everybody saying protect your house because I mean I never and not at one point my mind was never like damn he shouldn't have done that. I was like I kick the little nigga ass too. I kick his ass too.
Yeah, yeah, I'm being honest. I was right there with it initially, but like I always have to stop, slow down, and process. And before I did anything, I would have thought through everything that was happening. And again, we don't know even what built up to it. He might have tried to talk to the dude, and the dude might have been like, "Fuck you, old man." You know, like it could have escalated that way where he was trying to be a mature adult about the situation.
We don't
The
know.
young dude wasn't responding, so he had to, all right, well, let me get on your level with you so that you understand that this can't happen. Because for me, what I would have tried to do is I would have had a sit down with Buddy. Hey man, come holler at me. Come sit down. You know, and we would have talked it out like men. I'd have let him know, blah, blah, blah. I'd have let him know what I expect. If I needed to call my daughter in, I would call my daughter in so he can apologize. So that, you know, if they need to talk, I can supervise that conversation, you know, so
Right.
that
Well,
she,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
he would never be allowed in my house or around my kids.
Oh, no, no, no,
And
never. But
my daughter, and the daughter who dated him, y'all got to break. Y'all got to break up. Y'all got to break.
absolutely. And then that's the other issue. Because if he was dating her older sister, per se, all right, big sis, what were you doing when all of this was going on?
Right.
You know, like, so that's why I say it's a whole lot in terms of context that we just don't know about that video. But just from the video itself, to me, it looks like while the dad did do what we were all told to do, he was wrong. He went too far. He
Yeah.
went too far,
Yeah. He did.
in
He
my
did.
opinion.
He did. It was the latest installment of a parent going too far, filming that shit and putting it out.
Yeah, well, and even to making a buck naked ass boy bend over and twerk. That, and I know
That's
the
not.
shit sound funny, but when you
But
actually
that's
look
not
at
funny.
it,
It's not funny.
yeah, it wasn't funny to
It's
look at.
going to bring back that word creepy again. That's what that
Yeah,
is.
that's how I was like, yo, this is like I'm really looking at you like, yo, you're like, and
Something
you're
we need to
looking
talk
at
about.
him twerk.
Something we need to talk about, my brother.
Right, like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and even like, if I'm fucking you up, making you twerk butt naked is not even in my brain. Like, that's not even something that's gonna, like, I should make this dude twerk, huh? What? Like, first off, if you naked, I'm not even really trying to box with you like
We
that.
not tussling naked.
Like, I'm gonna tell, bro, put some clothes on, get dressed. I'll wait.
It's just not gonna happen. We ain't finna be doing no naked tussling around. All right, that ain't happening. You
So
can forget all
I
that.
don't know, man. That whole thing was weird to me, and I don't know. But that's just my opinion. People feel how they feel. I don't agree with it. I wouldn't have handled it that way. Um, but honestly, I don't even know that. Like I like it to me. I don't know. I'd have talked to Buddy, and that I feel like that would have been it.
Yeah, and you got to go.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you can't
y'all
hang
broke up.
around.
Yeah, y'all broke up. But
You can't hang
yeah,
around. But I'd have talked to Buddy and been like, all right,
yeah, HSC
dog.
went too far. But once again, the FBI story.